and thank you for joining me on the mat today. I know at the moment in this world we're talking a lot about what's going on outside of us. There's a lot of talk about our health in terms of people we come in contact to or places that we go. But today I really wanted to bring it back to ourselves and our inner state of health. So this practice is very much focused on building vitality, but also helping us to calm the nervous system and to feel safe and to ground. It should only take a little bit of time, so I hope that you can make some space for yourself to slow down a little bit and focus inward. So thank you. Let's start in child's pose. So come onto the long edge of your mat, taking your knees nice and wide, and slowly walk your hands forward. Just take the forehead down onto the mat, and just feel yourself arrive here. As you inhale, feel as though you're breathing into the back of the heart. And as you exhale, really let the floor completely hold you. You're completely supported here. Start to become aware of all the points of the body that are connected with the floor. And sink down even deeper through these points, as if you're going to make an imprint of your body on the mat. As you inhale, just start to stretch the fingertips forward a little bit more, visualizing space opening up in between each vertebrae. Then start to walk your hands over onto the right side, placing your left hand on top of your right hand, and take the head down. Take 3 slow, deep breaths here. Filling up that left side of your body. And exhale, softening through the shoulders, the face, and the thoughts. Maintaining length in your spine. Bring your hands back to the midline of your mat and take a slow, deep breath in. And exhale, grounding back down. And then walk it over to the left side. So left hand reaches out, right hand on top. And just hold your own hand here in the same way that you'd squeeze a friend's hand when they're feeling a little nervous. Just a little gesture of support. I've got you. I'm here with you. Breathe into the spaces that the body is opening here. Really guide your hands back to the midline of your mat for one more breath. Really luxurious exhale, just emptying out anything you no longer need. Perhaps it's leaving that there, those things we no longer need. Just putting them aside for the next little bit, clearing some space, and then walk your hands in towards you. Come into any comfortable seated position. You could be kneeling or cross-legged, or up on a little pillow. And just place your hands down onto your knees, palms down. Just a gesture here of focusing inward. Roll the shoulders up to your ears. And as you exhale, just let them slide down the back, feeling an elongation of your spine. And close down the eyes, just coming into your own space here. There's been a lot of noise in that outside world. We've been bombarded by a lot of messages. So I invite you now to use this space, use this silence to tune in. Perhaps there's a little voice within that's guiding you. Perhaps you can just enjoy a little bit of quiet time. Take the slowest breath that you've taken today, drawing that breath all the way up from the ground, up the spine, into the heart, all the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale. Imagine that breath traveling all the way back down your spine, grounding you, keeping you safe, and helping you arrive right here. Now we'll take the hands out to the side. We'll stretch the palms up towards the ceiling and imagine you're creating a circle of protective light around you. So inhale and reach the hands up as high as you can, feeling this vertical line from fingertips all the way down to floor. And then with purpose, with intention, draw them into your heart center, letting this action really ground you. Bring them all the way into your heart center, feeling pressure into all 10 fingertips, and feeling this beautiful little sacred space between the hands. Gesture of staying open in our hearts. One more big breath here. Focusing whatever it is that you need in your practice today. And then we'll start off with some pranayama. So just take your left hand down to your lap or your knee, and with your right hand, take your 2 peace fingers up onto your third eye, so just in the middle of the forehead there. The thumb will hover over the right nostril and the ring finger and pinky finger over the left. So bring your head over your heart, over your pelvis. And just to start, take a normal inhale just through the nostrils. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale just through the nostrils. And now we'll begin Nadi Shodhana. So close the left nostril and inhale only through the right for 3, 2, 1. Close the right, open the left, and exhale, pour that breath out through the left for 3, 2, 1. Inhale back through the left, sitting up nice and tall. 2, 1. Close your left, open your right, and exhale, empty it out. 3, 2, 1. Again, a deep breath, that whole right hemisphere of the body filling up. 2, 1. Close the right and open your left. Empty it out. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left side. 3, 2. Completely filling up. 1. Close the left. Open the right. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Continuing in your own breath now. Perhaps lengthening those breaths. Maybe even pausing at the top of the breath. This one is so good for our respiratory system. They're helping us to stay calm and centered. And as there's a lot of focus here as we're moving from left to right side, it's a great way to bring us into a more meditative and receptive state. Just continue at your own pace, perhaps moving into second round now. Just notice the sensation of the breath. Breathing as deeply as we can, really sending that prana, which is life force, into every little cell of the body. Whenever you've finished your final round, just bring the right hand down onto the knee or rest it in the lap. If you're still finishing, just take your time there. Just notice the settling effects of this practice. And see if we can take the same kind of calm mindfulness as we move into our asana. So open up the eyes and come onto your hands and onto your knees. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Spread out the fingers and press into everything that touches the floor so we feel really grounded here. We'll start to stretch into the rib cage, really good for our respiratory system, for our energy. Take your ribs over to the right side. And then dome your upper back, chin to chest, belly to spine. Press into the ground, exhale, empty, empty, empty. Take your ribs over to the left side now, as far as you can. And then drop your belly, tailbone to ceiling, a big inhale, fill up this shape. One more in articulation like this, so round to the right. Exhale, round, press into the hands, squeeze the belly. Round to the left. And then drop the belly, inhale, look up. And now we're just going to join those movements together, so making a big fluid circle with your breath. Feel free to make this your own. You might want to involve your head, your hips. I affectionately call this one sexy cat cow. So just embrace that fluidity. Right now we're all feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit paralyzed. So it's nice to flow through the body. Perhaps taking one more big circle here. Huge breaths moving through the body. And then return back to that tabletop. Left hand to center of your mat and big stretch up. Inhale, right hand reaches. Squeeze your belly in, turn the heart up towards the ceiling. The sky if you're outside, reach up through fingertips. And then exhale, guide your right shoulder, your right ear onto the mat. Hold it here for 3 breaths. You might want to stretch your left fingertips forward, or even wrap the left hand around the back. Really filling up the heart, the back here. And then place the left hand down beside your face. Spread through fingers, right hand reaches up. Maybe a little smile up at your fingertips there, keep it light. And take the right hand down, left hand down, just coming back to your tabletop position here. Let's take that round the other side. So ribs to the left, round it out, chin to chest, press into hands, ribs to right, and then drop the belly, open up the heart. We'll do one more of those, round to the left. Exhale, dome through the upper back, squeeze the tummy. Ribs around to the right, and drop the belly. Inhale, look up. Now make it your own. Maybe just close your eyes. You can let your hair fall over your face. You can just make it your own. If you're feeling a little stagnant or stuck, really use this movement. Kind of flow through the body. Big breaths here. Perhaps some exaggerated exhales can feel good here, just releasing. One more big circle. And return to center. Placing the right hand to the center of your mat. Take the left hand up. Keep pressing down through the right hand to reach a little taller. And then exhale, guide it through. So you can keep pressing into right hand. You can stretch right fingertips forward. Or maybe wrap it behind the back. And just take some really deep breaths here, filling up your lungs. Exhale, clearing out anything that no longer serves you. Last breath. We'll inhale to reach the right hand up. Place it down beside the face. Exhale. And a big inhale to come back up. And back down to the hands. Just give the hips a nice little wiggle here. Any movements that feel good. We'll then spread the fingertips out. Tuck the toes under, keeping a nice deep bend in the knees. Just lift the tailbone up to start. Tailbone high. Take the gaze now between your heels. And just start to pedal out through the feet. Nice and slow. We're in our inversion here with the head below the heart. This can be really nice if you need a little change in perspective or you're feeling a little overwhelmed. Just let that head dangle, maybe even give it a little shake. Shake out the thoughts, the attachments. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Any movements that feel good in your downward dog. And we'll come into stillness, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Let's take a slower inhale through the nose. Feel the belly draw in. Exhale, open your mouth and just sigh out. A little bit dramatic if you need. If it sounds silly, you're probably doing it right. Big inhale through the nose. One more big exhale. Just release anything that's been built up inside. Exhale it out. And we'll rise up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees. Look forward at the fingertips. And step or jump your way up to the top of your mat. Just taking the feet at about hip distance apart here. You can hold onto opposite elbow. Bring the weight forward into the balls of the feet. The idea here is our spine is really hanging long. Excuse me, making my top knot. So holding onto opposite elbow, spine long, and just start to sway it out. When we feel stressed, we hold a lot of tension up in the shoulders and the neck. So here I invite you just to really release all of that and just let your body hang.
I like to imagine here that all my thoughts are just pouring out of my head and I'm clearing space. Grab some bigger rocks now. Return to center, just dangle the arms down like an orangutan. Give the head another little shake. And really slowly, calmly, pressing down into the feet as our anchor, we'll start to roll up through the spine. So feel the feet press down, giving the legs strength, bringing our body upright, head coming up last. Take a nice big roll of the shoulders here. And exhale, settle them down. Just coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Turning the palms forward as a gesture of being open. Spreading out the toes, helping us to feel grounded. And take a slow breath in, all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, just saying to yourself, I am here, I'm safe, I'm in control. We'll reach the hands out wide and high, making a big circle again of protection around us. And exhale, draw it into your heart center. Again, feeling the support of your own hands. Calming breath. Maybe even a little smile across your face. Notice how that shifts the seriousness that we're feeling right now. Take one sun salutation. It's a really big breath here. We'll fill up the body with energy. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the mat or to your shins. We'll inhale, take a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, plant the hands down onto the mat. You can step or jump back, moving through a vinyasa. So exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Open up your heart space. And exhale, pull it back. Returning to downward dog, or if you prefer, your child's pose. This practice is not about forcing or pushing, it's really about honoring what we need. So if at any point you need to take any modifications, please honor your body. Press into fingertips, draw the tailbone up nice and high, and squeeze the belly into the spine. We'll inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Look forward. Exhale, bend the knees and step a little jump forward. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Head heavy down towards the shins. Inhale, reach out nice and high. And exhale, pull it back into heart center. Start to become aware now of your left foot. We're not moving at all just yet, just setting awareness there. Now perhaps spread out those toes a little more, draw up the left thigh, and take your right foot. You can use your hand if you need into your left thigh, on the left calf, or even resting on the floor. Whatever helps you feel most balanced. Hands coming into heart center. I always find in order to balance, I really need to quieten the mind, which right now can be a little difficult. So really just focus on the sensation of the left foot pressing down and the crown of the head drawing up. Taking one more big breath here. Now squeeze your tummy, release the right foot from the left thigh and take it in towards your chest. Reach the hands up high. And as you exhale, imagine there's a wall behind you. You're going to push through that wall. Guide the hands into the heart center, moving through warrior 3. And then bend through that front leg. Land lightly on the ball of the back foot. Make sure you've got lots of space between your front and back foot. And reach the hands up high. So good for our energy, Anjaneyasana. Split your mat apart. Reach your fingertips up high. And take big breaths, filling up the lungs. So good for our health, for our strength, for our courage. One more big breath here. Maybe deepening into that front leg a little more. Then take the back heel down. The left hand forward. Virabhadrasana 2. Soften the shoulders. And can we find strength here without there being this ferocity, this anger? This is what we need in life right now. A controlled strength without the fear, without the resistance. It's knowing that you could stay here all day. You are grounded, you are strong. I won't make you do that though. We'll flip the front hand, open up the lungs, big inhale, and then windmill it straight down. Stepping back into your plank or maybe your child's pose. Maybe taking a vinyasa. Just taking a few breaths in your own time now to rinse it out, to do whatever you need to do. Taking one more big breath here. Rise to the balls of the feet, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. We should be building lots of heat now, just really helping our body wake up. This time, sweep the hands along the floor. Sit down into chair pose. And really bring those hips back like someone is pulling them back. At the same time, sitting up nice and tall. Holding here for another breath, really press through the whole soles of the feet rather. And then bring the hands down like you're pushing through water. Stand up tall. Just noticing the grounding effects of that practice. And now let's just shake it out. Just releasing anything that you might be holding on to, any worries or doubts, just let them go. Shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the head. Big roll of the shoulders. Dropping down heavy. And coming into your Tadasana again. Palms forward. Slow breath. Weight into right foot this time. So guiding the left leg up. Coming into the thigh of the calf. Hands to heart center. Looking at one point straight in front of you. Sometimes this is what we need to do in life as well at the moment. Just put away the devices, maybe turn the TV off. Just focus on what's really important for you. It might be your own health, your family. Just looking at one thing can sometimes really help us to stay calm. So take one more breath here, just looking straight ahead. And press into your supporting foot, squeeze your belly, draw the left knee into the chest, and reach the hands up, really bright and tall, and push through that left foot, bringing the head forward, making like a letter T here. Back toes pointing down, bend through the front leg, and lightly land into crescent lunge. Make sure there's lots of space. Reaching the hands up high. Just make sure the belly is drawing into the spine. The shoulders are heavy. And we're nice and high in the ball of that back foot. As you inhale, reach your fingertips up. And as you exhale, bend the back heel down. Deepen into that warrior two. And soften the shoulders. Again, just looking at that one point. That one focus. Take 2 more deep breaths, splitting your mat apart, keeping your chest open. Flip the front hand, reach up and back. This time we're turning to warrior two. Straighten out your front leg. I'm just going to face around towards you, but you stay where you are. So you'll be on the long edge of your mat here, this time both toes pointing out. Goddess pose, just find yourself here. Then take your left hand facing forward, your right hand over the top, and interlock the fingers here. This is Ganesha Mudra, the mudra for overcoming obstacles. You may even want to just close your eyes and feel the strength in your legs. I know they're burning, mine are too. But building a lot of heat, a lot of strength here. press through your feet so you feel grounded. It feels like you're pulling your hands apart. I always feel like this gesture is like, I've got you. I'm supporting you. It's also going to brighten through the heart space, or open up the heart space a little more. Really pressing those feet, one more breath. And push through the legs. Give a nice little shake out. Feel that really grounding, strengthening effect as we work the legs nice and hard today. And now we're going to take a well-earned splat on our back. Coming through chair pose first. And sink a little lower, a little lower. Feel free to use the hands if you'd like. A little lower, and then just splat down on your back. Maybe a little smile spread across your face. Feeling all this beautiful heat, energy, awareness we've built in our bodies, helping to keep us healthy. We'll set ourselves up for bridge pose, Setu Bandha Shapangasana. So feet nice and close in towards your bottom. So rough guide, you should be able to touch your heels with your fingers. Don't stress if you can't though, just an estimate there. As close as you can. Spread the toes out. Press through the whole foot. And big inhale. Lift your hips up high. Once they're up, you can interlock the fingers underneath you. Pull the hands down and start to just shift the shoulders underneath the chest a little more. As you push into the feet, bring the hips up and push the chest away from the feet. This creates a beautiful space in our lungs. Take a deep breath, fill up this space you're creating. Exhale, ground into the feet a little more. Take one more inhale here. Then separate your hands. Roll on down, vertebrae at a time, upper back, mid back, feel the pelvic floor engage. And then rest it down, just take the soles of the feet together. Right hand over belly, left hand over heart. Feel the belly rise. And feel the whole body soften. Inhale, fill up with prana. Exhale, clear out anything you no longer need. One more breath. Fill up as deeply as you can, every single cell. And exhale, just clear away the thoughts, the feelings, the physical tensions, letting the body be still. We'll take one more round of bridge pose. If you're craving a slightly deeper back bend, you might come into your upward facing bow. I'm going to be guiding bridge pose one more round. So press into the feet, spread out those toes and lift the hips up high. Interlock the fingers underneath you, wriggling the shoulders in a little bit more. Eyes up towards the ceiling. And really pressing the hips up as high as the knees. Heart lifting. Squeezing the hands together. And see if you can find a fluid breath, a calm breath here. As you inhale, thinking let. As you exhale, thinking go. Just letting go of anything that's not helping us and finding that inner strength within. And release the hands. If you're in your upward facing bow, tuck the chin into the chest and roll them down. Let's bring the knees into the chest now. Wrapping around the shins, maybe finding opposite elbow. Bring the head back down to the ground. And just give yourself a nice little rock here. Even as adults, this feeling of rocking is very calming for our nervous system. As you're holding yourself here, just feeling protected, feeling safe. Just offering yourself support and also openly receiving that. We'll take the hands behind the knees now. Just rock up and down the spine.
Next one, coming all the way up to a seated position. I'll face you. We'll take the soles of the feet together, holding around the toes. Take a nice big roll of the shoulders. Exhale, sliding down the back, sitting up nice and tall. As you inhale, lift up through the heart. Just draw the belly in, lift the pelvic floor. Keep the spine long as you fold forward. Find the deepest point that you can, and then from this point, take a little halfway lift again, feeling that length in your spine. And then again, exhale from that point. Just continue doing this, staying low but finding space. And then softening through the hips, the shoulders, the face. And take 3 slow breaths at that deepest point. And that last breath, having hair issues here. And then rolling up. Just holding at that tallest point there. And then coming into a cross-legged position. Reaching the hands up, perhaps creating a bubble of protection around us. And then exhale. Take the fingertips all the way down to the floor. Just feeling a sense of complete presence and grounding. If the mind wanders, which it will, take it back to the sensation of being held by the floor. Being completely aware in your body. Take a slow breath in. And exhale it out through the mouth. Just let something go. A little smile creep across the face. We'll slowly guide ourselves all the way down onto the back. To finish the practice today, take a twist of your choice. So you may want to straighten out the left leg, guide the right knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze here, really nice for digestion or elimination. And then cross the body. Take the right elbow away. Take a big breath, fill up the spaces in the body. As you exhale, just let your body melt. Let the weight of gravity do the work here. Feel a sense of heaviness, especially down through that right shoulder, that right knee. Taking one more slow breath. Guide the knee back into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. And slowly place it down along beside the left leg. Take a deep breath, just noticing the difference between the left and the right side. And exhale, let the body be held by the floor. And inhale, guide your left knee in. Squeezing it into the chest, pressing into the belly. Passing it into your right hand and guide it across your body. Then take your left elbow out. Turn your gaze out towards the left fingertips. And take a huge breath in. And big breath out, emptying. As you're squeezing your body out here, imagine that you're wringing out a wet cloth. And as you squeeze it out, as you wring it out, you're letting go of toxicity, of tension, of disease, of anything that the body and the mind no longer needs. Taking one more big breath in with vitality. Big breath out to ground us, and also just to squeeze that last few drops out, anything we do not need. Guide the knee back into the chest. Give it one little squeeze. Thanking yourself for this practice. And then simply place it down onto the mat.
Place your hands anywhere they feel comfortable, out to the side or over the heart and belly. Now just let yourself be completely still. There's nowhere to be right now. There's nothing to do. The most important thing you can do for yourself is to calm your nervous system, to think kind thoughts, to practice being completely here. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you're ready to move on with your day, do so mindfully. Just bringing our awareness back to the body, feeling a sense of gratitude that we are healthy enough to practice yoga, to be on our mats. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, stretch your hands back. Just take a really juicy stretch here, like you're waking up in the morning. Like you're taking a big yawn, toes point forward, hands reach back. And gently guide yourself onto one side. Just resting on the support of your forearm, snuggling in, thanking yourself for taking this time. Press into the floor for support, coming up to any comfortable seat. Making that big circle of protection around us once again. And draw it into the heart center. Slowly peel open the fingers, coming to Lotus Mudra. A gesture of being open, so important at this time where everything is telling us to close down. As the fingers spread out wide, feeling a sense of openness and compassion in the heart. Lifting it up to the third eye. So staying open in our mind, trying not to judge, trying not to criticize. Again, we'll reach those fingertips up. Offering this to anyone out there that might need it, this sense of openness, vitality. Then take the fingertips all the way down to the mat. And grounded, safe and aware. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you can take this out into your day and share this feeling of calm and being grounded with anyone else you meet. Thank you. From my heart to yours, we are all one. Namaste.